All right, so Scout and I, over there, we're back for routine 2 of your dumbbell-based plan. And so we can actually go right into this. Actually, a lot of what today is going to be is on the ground, so it's not like we're getting up and getting down a lot. The first thing that we're going to do is going to be a core exercise, and it's just by itself. So you'll notice it's labeled A1. So you'll do your A1, rest about 60 seconds, and then go back and do your second set. Rest 60 seconds. If you're doing a third set with us, go ahead and do that third set. So the alternating leg lowering, all we're going to do is we're going to lie on our back, and we're going to put our legs up straight, just like this, as straight as you can get them. Maybe you're a little tight in your hamstrings like me. And we're just going to lower one leg at a time, okay? And when you do that, what I want you to do is focus on keeping your low back in contact with the ground the whole time. Okay. If this is tough, or maybe you feel it too much in your lower back, go ahead, bend your legs just like this, okay? And just go one leg at a time, okay? Alternatively, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, just slow it down. Hold it for a second, come back up, and then switch. So you can do those three things, or any of those three modifications to make it a little bit more challenging. So again, this is just your A's. Go ahead and do all the sets for that. And then we can move on to our B's, okay? Moving on to our B's, we have a B1 and a B2. Again, that means we're supersetting these together. So it's going to be the hip bridge and the dead bug. So glutes and then also core. So you can do this with no weight, or if you have a weight, you can put it on your hips just like this to make it a little bit more challenging. And what we're going to do for the hip bridge is we're going to bridge up just like this, okay? And lower down under control. So when you get to the top, you should feel that in your butt, okay? So we're gonna do all the prescribed number of reps for this, and then we're gonna do our dead bug. So for the dead bug, we're gonna put our hands up, and we're going to have our legs up in this position. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out with our right hand and our left leg, and then come back in. We're gonna keep our low back in contact with the ground the entire time, okay? So we're switching. Left leg, right arm, right leg, okay? If you would like to make this a little bit more challenging, all you have to do is hold on to your weight, okay? And legs back in tabletop position. Let it go back just a little bit. The further back you go, so all the way back, would be quite challenging. Again, we're keeping our low back in contact with the ground the whole time, and you would just go legs only, so one leg at a time. Slowing it down definitely can make this more challenging. Your abs should be shaking a little bit when you do that. So those are your B-based exercises. Do your hip bridges, go on to your dead bug, rest 60 seconds, repeat for the number of sets that you're going to end up doing, and then we'll move on to our C-based exercises. Okay, so moving on to our C-based exercises, now we're going to be standing up. And the first one that we're going to do is a wide stance squat. So you're gonna end up holding your weight just like this, so it's gonna be right in front of your body like this. And so instead of being in this position right here, what we're going to do is we're gonna step out wide, okay? And we're gonna squat down from here. That might mean you're not going all the way to parallel, and in fact, what I'll show you is a modification from the side. So from right here, if we have any knee issues, this is really what we wanna do. We really wanna be sitting back, and it's okay if you lean forward more. That's gonna protect your knee. So a good rule is always, every exercise that we do is within our comfort and control. If you feel like you can only go down this low comfortably, that's fine. That's the range of motion that we'll work with right now, okay? So everything within your comfort and control. The next exercise that we're gonna do, that was C1, so now we're moving on to C2, is gonna be a single arm gorilla rep. So you can probably hold the same weight, maybe a little bit lighter, it really just depends. And we're gonna still be in that nice wide stance position. Then from there, we're gonna hold this and we're going to row. And what we're gonna wanna do when we do this exercise is make sure that we keep our back nice and straight. If you feel any pressure on your knee, you can always straighten out your legs a little bit more and go just like this. If you feel pressure on your back, you can always squat down a little bit more, just like that, okay? So you'll definitely feel that one in your legs, but you should feel that in your back and your bicep as well. Now we're gonna move on to our D-based exercises. It's gonna be more shoulder-based. So the two things that we're going to do will require two different weights, okay? I'll just use these weights for these demos, but your first one's gonna be easier. Your second one is gonna be a little bit more challenging. So what we're gonna do is a push press. So for this, what we do is we bend our legs a little bit, push the weights over our head. Bend our leg a little bit, push the weight over our head. Okay, from the side, bend your legs a little, use that leg bend, push that up. It's gonna be 10 reps like that. And then with a lighter weight, what you're going to do is 10 lateral raises. Well, technically you'll be doing 12 if you're looking at this on week 3. Now for this one, if that bothers your shoulder, what you can do is make sure your thumbs are up, and instead of going out right here, we go out more in front of our bodies. We're not all the way out in front like this, we're not all the way out to the side like that, we're more here, just like this, and getting all your reps in like that. So do those two, rest 60 seconds, then complete the prescribed number of repetitions that we have in the plan.